450 class. You know, I've saved 3 laps to talk about it, 2 or 3 laps. Oh my lord! We literally just got... We saved it. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Chubby Teletubby back again. And yeah, we are here on this weekend's outdoor track. We're running on Farm 14 this weekend for the Pro Motocross Championship, as well as Paula is actually this weekend in real life. They are actually starting the Pro Motocross Championships this weekend, IRL. We'll be talking about that a little bit. But before all of that gets started, I do want to remind everybody that we are doing a giveaway at 500 subs. And we started this giveaway right around 350 subs. So we started it around there. We're now well over 400 subs, and I do not have more than, oh my god, I just got absolutely punted by, who was that? Who is that? Don't even know who you are, bro. You're a fucking hazard is who you are. Literal hazard. Come on, my guy. This is great. But yeah, we are doing a giveaway at 500 subs, and we're well over 400. And like I said, we started at 350, and I do not have 50 people signed up in the giveaway. So, yeah, there's that. The way you're going to enter the giveaway is, yeah, you're just going to hit the subscribe button. You're going to hit the subscribe button. You're going to drop a comment down below. We're giving away 1 copy of MX Bikes, 1 copy of MX versus ATV Reflex, and 5 different tracks of your choice, of your choosing, on the old MX Bikes from the MX Bike shop. I know there's a bunch of good free tracks, but there's a lot of better paid tracks, and yeah, maybe you haven't been able to get some of those tracks. Maybe you haven't been able to get either one of these games and you've wanted the game. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and comment down below that, hey, I want MX Bikes. Hey, I want MX versus ATV Reflex. Hey, I want the 5 tracks. Yeah. That's all you got to do to enter the giveaway, and we will be doing it when we hit 500 subs. So you still have a good little opportunity, a good little bit to get into the giveaway. So yeah, there's that. That's gonna be, and like I said, the only reason I've been bringing it up is because we've been getting a lot of subscribers and stuff here recently. Like we've been getting a lot of engagement and interaction and just stuff on the channel here recently. And again, I cannot thank y'all enough for that. That's all up to y'all. That's all up to y'all returning, clicking the like, clicking the subscribe button. It's awesome watching this little channel grow right in front of me. But yeah, I just bring it up because, again, like I said, we've gotten a lot of subscribers here recently, and I don't have as many subscribers as we've gotten as I do entries into the giveaway. So yeah, don't forget about that. Now, transitioning over into real life moto. As y'all know, I am going to be racing this weekend. So there's a huge chance that I miss this weekend's race, honestly, for Reflex. There's a huge chance I don't make it to the race this weekend. I would hate for that to happen because I've missed one already. And yeah, so the reason I didn't upload last week's, because I did make it to last week's and actually rode pretty decent in last week's, but the only reason I didn't post last week's is because I was stupid, and while I was streaming, I was listening to copywritten music. So yeah, that's the reason I didn't post last week's race. We did okay. We still ended up in the B main, but we did better than week one. So yeah, that's the reason you didn't see last week's. There's a chance we might miss this week's because of real racing and this weekend. Like I said, the national is actually starting, so that being said, I want to talk a little bit about what I predict, who I predict, etc., 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 for this year, this season's outdoors and whatnot. And we're going to start out with the 250 class because really, honestly, the 450 class has the opportunity to be a little boring. As you all know, Jet went 22-0 last year, so there's a chance, but you know, like I said, we'll talk about that in just a second. That being said, we're about to fucking die. We pulled that out somehow. That being said, the 250 class, honestly, you know, you had Hunter Lawrence and Justin Cooper, who finished first and second last year. Then I think, what was it? It wasn't RJ. Was it? It wasn't RJ. I forget who got third, but that being said, honestly, my prediction for the outdoors is I honestly have my money going to Tom Vial for the outdoor championship. Yeah, I know he didn't ride the best last year. That being said, I still think he was getting to learn the outdoors. He was still learning how it works over here last year. So I like now that he knows the tracks, he kind of knows what to expect. He has some settings that he can go off of. Everything like that. I think this year is going to be a lot different for him. I mean, this year was a lot different for him in Supercross too. Like he was very consistent this year in Supercross. He was a great rider this year in Supercross. So there's that. Yeah, so that being said, I really do believe that Vial is the favorite coming into this. I know you got Danger Boy Deegan, you got Hampshire, you got Joe. Oh yeah, Joe Shimoda got third last year. So yeah, that's what I'm like. You would think that Joe is the favorite this year because he got third last year and first and second are out of it. That being said, though, Joe usually starts pretty slow. Joe usually starts out the year pretty slow, and that's not saying he's a bad rider. He just doesn't get going until like the mid to end of the year. So I don't expect Joe to come out and just absolutely cross rut and blow that. No, I don't expect Joe to come out and win maybe get a win within the first 3 or 4 races. He might have a podium, he might have some top 5s by then, but I really don't think you're going to see Joe start winning or maybe putting together some really good races until like round 5 or 6. Now, that being said, like I said, Tom Vial gonna be my favorite. Hayden, Danger Boy, you know, yeah, I believe in him. Like that's like all of these guys that I'm mentioning 100% could win the championship. It's not like this is how I think they're going to finish in the championship. This is more so me saying this is how like I feel how strong they are in the championship. So again, Tom Vial, strongest towards it. He's done it before. He's done it before across seas across the seas and cross country and in the GPs. He's done it, and he's now done it over here in Supercross. He's raced these guys a few years now. He's got some settings on his bike that he can run for these outdoor rounds. Yeah, I really think Tom probably your strongest. Hayden probably your second strongest for the championship. RJ, then maybe Levi Kitchen. Levi Kitchen really seems to be gelling with that Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki. He really seems to be gelling with it. He really seems to be liking it. So Levi, and then maybe probably Joe. Like I said, Joe's not the strongest in my opinion, just because of the way he's probably going to start his season. Um, that being said, though, if a random person comes out and wins round one, and it's anybody, if a random person comes out to win round one, and it's anybody in the 250 class, do not be surprised if that random somebody is Joey Savacci. I know I'm not the biggest Joey Savacci fan. I'll put it out there right now. But the guy is really good on 250s. The only reason he wasn't able to ride the Supercross season is because he pointed out, and like the new championship clause, yeah, it was a kind of fucky situation for him, the reason he couldn't race out or Supercross this year on the 250. But he knows the 250. He knows a lot of these guys because he's raced them. He's pretty fast. And on top of that, Joey Savacci has been practicing outdoors and getting his bike dialed for outdoors for this entire year. Like, all of these people have been running Supercross, practicing for Supercross, paying attention to Supercross. That's all these people have been worried about. All Joey Savacci has been worried about is strictly outdoors. Like, he has been, oh my god. He has been practicing that Triumph. What is it? Rockstar Triumph? Is it Rockstar Triumph? I can't. The Triumph, he has been practicing and getting that bitch dialed for outdoors this entire year. So, if anybody's going to come out and just randomly win Pala that nobody expected, expect it to be Savacci. Like, honestly, for real. If Savacci comes out and wins Pala, do not be surprised that it happened. Honestly, if Triumph comes out and goes 1-2 on the podium, don't be surprised about it. Don't be surprised if Triumph goes 1-2 on the podium, because that's what they're going to have so many settings from Joey going into the outdoors that their Triumph 250s are going to be absolutely dialed coming into Pala. Like, you know, some of these other teams may have, like, questions still and whatnot about how their bikes are going to perform this year. You know, this setting, that setting. They have settings from the year prior, but, like, literally nobody is going to be more dialed and prepared on how this year's frame, this year's suspension, this year's everything is going to perform more than Triumph. So, like, yeah, I just got clobbered. That's crazy. Expect Triumph to do good at Pala. Now, like I said about the 250 or 450 class, you know, I've saved 3 laps to talk about it, 2 or 3 laps. Oh my lord! We literally just got fucking deleted. That is insane. But, yeah, the 450 class, it's probably gonna be a little boring. I don't expect anybody to beat, like, I expect people to beat Jet, but I don't expect anyone to beat him for the championship, really. I think Chase is gonna get him a few races. I think Chase is gonna get a race or 2 on him. This year, he's gonna get a race or 2 on him. I really do believe that. Last year, I think more of his problems, they weren't so much the bike, but they were the bike last year. Because, like, it may not have exactly been the bike, because, again, you look across and Jet made it work perfectly. But that's also what I think that's the reason it was the bike last year. It was maybe 20% the bike and 80% mentally that it was the bike. It was the same bike of the dude who he's getting beat on. He's making it work. They've got to be doing something different. Like, that's I really think that it wasn't exactly the bike, but it was the bike last year for Chase. I think being on a different bike this year, he's going to be able to get it done. Justin Cooper, I think, is going to be able to put himself into really good positions to get a win this year. If he can hold it together for a full 30 minutes plus 2 laps, will be the question. But that being said, he's always been a really good starter. So I really think that he's going to be able to put himself into some good positions throughout the year to get a beat, to get a win on Jet Lawrence. So yeah, that being said, I think Jet's taking home the championship. That being said, I think Jet's taking home the championship, especially, and that's it. I don't think if Cooper Webb was gonna be out there from round, like, Cooper's never been the strongest outdoors. Like, I don't think Cooper's won a 450 championship outdoors, if I'm not mistaken. I'm almost positive he's won a 250 championship outdoors, but I'm almost positive he's never won a 450 championship outdoors. I know he's 2-time Supercross championship, but Cooper's always been a little bit stronger in Supercross than he has been. Oh, what are you doing, my guy? We're trying to lap the entire field here, and you're doing this bullshit. But yeah, that being said, Cooper's never been the strongest outdoors, so bruh, we're not gonna get the entire field lap because of this fucking bullshit. But yeah, I don't think even if Cooper was out there that he would be able to beat Jet outdoors. If anybody from if anybody from the Monster Energy Star Racing Yamaha was going to do it consistently, it was probably going to be Tomac. Again, Justin Cooper's going to put himself into some really good positions to beat Jet. But if it was anybody that was going to do it consistently from Monster Energy Star Racing Yamaha, it would be Eli Tomac, but he's not going to be out there. So when he comes back, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be able to pull a win out, because it's outdoors. It's gruff. It's gritty. I know he's Eli Tomac, but he's having a surgery on his arm, his hands. Those are the most, like, you use those the most when you're racing. Now, that's not saying I don't believe in him, so he could end up squirreling out a win this year in the outdoors. But, again, I just do not see anybody putting it to Jet Lawrence this year. So, yeah. Those are kind of my predictions. That in the 250 class, you're going to see Tom Vial hold it together enough to get the championship this year, and then in the 450 class, like I said, I think it's going to be a kind of boring year where Jet wins a lot of the races. There's going to be Chase Sexton, Justin Cooper, maybe Barsha, maybe Anderson, some of those guys that might squeak in a win or two throughout the years, maybe taking overall from old Jet. But at the end of the day, I think Jet's going home as your 7-time in a row championship, 2-time defending kid's prodigy. So yeah, that being said, we will see you guys in the next race, in the next video. Might be an IRL video again, might be some MX bikes, could be some Reflex, could be some off the bikes. We'll see though whenever we get there, because I have a couple ideas planned out for videos. So yeah, until then guys, stay safe and